Not Naz Little. The Suns are sending out Chimezie Metu, Jordan Goodwin, Yuta Watanabe, and Keita Bates-Diop for Royce O'Neale. So that's all right. And let's get right into what we were talking about.
What's going on, guys? And we are specifically hearing now that our man David Roddy from Colorado State, who now has been on the Grizzlies for the last 2 years, is being traded. Yep. If you guys haven't been figuring it out or not figuring it out, Mr. Charania finally beat Mr. Roche today, but Memphis is sending David Roddy to the Suns for a pick swap as part of a three-way deal with Phoenix and Brooklyn. The Suns pick up Royce O'Neale and David Roddy for their postseason rotation. Charania. Suns retain assets after this three-team deal for O'Neale and Roddy, including a second-rounder and pick swaps. What else do we have? That's so far what we know. We're trying to see what Brooklyn's going to get, but what are you getting in David? First off, Royce O'Neale's a guy 8, 5, and 3. Love Royce O'Neale. He can literally play the 2, the 3, the 4. All right. He's a solid rebounder, solid three-point shooter. Primarily only takes 3-point shots, but fantastic. Looking at the contracts, you assume that Naz Little is going to Brooklyn, and I like the deal. I'm not necessarily impressed, but I do believe that this is a deal that when you look at a guy like David Roddy, I first thought David Roddy's, they got 2 guys who can play both forward spots, and arguably they can go big lineups. David Roddy, he's like 6'5" with like a 7-foot wingspan, physical as hell. He's kind of like a younger, more athletic, bigger, like PJ Tucker with more skill. And I really do think that, like, hey, if you're a Suns fan, you got yourself a good player who has a few more years on his deal from his rookie season. He's cheap as hell. And then, of course, you guys all know that I'm a Royce O'Neale fan. Have been for a while. He's a guy who's just disruptive. He can play wing or forward. He's really smart defensively. He can hold his own offensively because he's a decent three-point shooter, like respectful. And he can pass. Okay, he knows his role. They got similar-sized guys. So Royce O'Neale this season is averaging at about like 20, I think it's like 23 minutes a night. What is 24 and a half minutes a night? 7.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, 2.8 assists, okay? Shooting, primarily threes, just under 40. While you have David Roddy this season, he was actually getting a bit more run due to the injuries, playing 23 minutes a night, 8.5 points, 4 rebounds, and 1.6 assists. But I definitely do think this was a good deal for the Grizzlies because I think they're in a gap year, and I think they're realizing that maybe David Roddy wasn't fitting what they wanted, and they walk away with some draft pick compensation. Granted, David Roddy was a first-round pick. I wonder if there was some push from his agent and stuff to get him off this team. There could have been that, but look, he's 22. It's not like in his second season, not like he had that much pull. But he could have been a cancer where they just said, get the hell off the team, which is always a possibility. But what do I know? I do think it's an interesting deal. And with more and more time that passes, I want to see if we got specification if it is Naz Little that is heading part of that deal. And Phoenix now has 2 roster spots open as part of the buyout. Yeah, let's see this David Roddy deal. I think Naz Little has to be going over to Brooklyn. 3 second-round picks in Naz Littles. That's it. So, who confirmed this? Yeah, so Royce O'Neale is going to Phoenix for 3 second-round picks. And Naz Little is going to Brooklyn. So, yeah, damn, not a bad deal.